name's Georgia and I'm a professional video games artist and I work on the title Old School RuneScape. Now when I make art for Old School RuneScape, I use a lot of different softwares, all of which are on the computer. However, today, for this game jam, I wanted to prove to you guys that if you have no computer, it's not a problem and you can make your games look absolutely fabulous with just stuff that you might have around your house. First thing I thought it would be cool to make would be some cards. Now, I have some blank cards that look like this, that you can buy from Amazon. And you can draw on these however you like and customize them, and they're really good for prototyping a card game. However, if you don't have access to Amazon and you don't want to buy any new cards for this project, that should be no problem at all. I have a very simple way to make your own game cards that feel really lovely and thick in your hand. You should be able to shuffle them properly and can be completely customized to your designs. The only things that you're going to need are an old pack of playing cards or a pack of game cards that you don't use anymore. Then you're just going to need some PVA glue and a plain piece of paper, and then whatever art supplies that you have lying around to decorate your cards. The first thing that you're going to do is trace your card and then cut it out and stick it to the playing card. Then wait for the glue to dry. This is quite important because otherwise your pen will probably just go straight through the wet paper. So wait for the glue to dry and add your design. Have a top tip for when making cards for a card game, and that's if you're going to be including any stats for your cards or characters on your cards, you might want to do those in pencil so that when it comes to balancing later on, you can amend the figures without having to redo the card completely from scratch. So I would leave these in pencil until you have the final version of your game. When you're decorating your cards, be creative as you possibly can. It's completely up to you how they look, and you should put some of your personality into it. The second way that you can customize your game and make it look really cool would be to make some custom counters. Now you could just use some counters from an old game or use some toys or figures that you have lying around, but this is one way that you could make custom counters using just modeling clay or even blue tack. I'm going to use blue tack, which is obviously not the best for modeling, but I wanted to show you guys that it is possible to make a cool little custom character or counter just using blue tack. To make this little character that matches the card, I just rolled up some little balls and sausages and then chopped them up using a gift card like a cutting tool. I used my fingers and my fingernails to add some finishing touches, and that should be it. This is another way that you can get super creative and just make the game your own. Lastly, I wanted to go over a cool way that you could make a custom board for if you wanted to have a board involved in your game. To make my board, I used an old box that I had lying around. You could use a cereal box or maybe some delivery packages. All you want to do is chop out the size of cardboard that you want. You could do the same thing that we did with the playing cards and glue some plain paper onto the board and then do your design, but I had some white paint, so I decided to paint my board white. Then it's your chance to get creative once again and design your board however you like. These are just a few different ways that you could use stuff at home to get creative and make a board game. You guys don't have to use any of these techniques, just use your creativity to try and make your game look as cool as possible. Thanks so much for watching, I hope this has been useful. Have fun!